These new Lenovo smart products are much more compelling to me than those from other manufacturers. So, you guys could probably take the hint that I'm not really into covering smart displays, mainly because I don't really see the point in them, especially considering the price and how many of them just basically look like tablets with a really big speaker. I mean, yeah, granted, one of the nice things about plugging them straight into a wall is that it gives the opportunity of having a larger speaker, but then again, I'd rather have a full-fledged tablet that I can take anywhere with me. Well, now I'm actually hearing about some smart home products that I myself might even consider. Up until now, the closest would probably be something like an Amazon Echo or an Amazon Echo Dot, because I do like the idea of having a larger speaker. And in the case of the Echo Dot, it's affordable. Not really sure if I'm going to commit it to just yet, but what Lenovo just announced are two products that I'd either consider buying myself, or I could totally see working in a smart home setup. So there's actually two products, as you could guess from the intro, that I'll be discussing in this video. And the first one is going to be the smallest, but actually probably the one that makes the most sense, and that is the Lenovo Smart Clock. And basically speaking, it's touted as basically the Lenovo Smart Display, but in a much smaller form factor. And to me, it's basically an alarm clock with a touchscreen. It's got a 4-inch touchscreen, but you can also communicate to this clock using your voice. The device also has a 6-watt speaker, and it's got some pretty compelling features to help you out. Like when the alarm on the actual alarm clock sounds, the screen's display will increase in brightness 30 minutes before the actual alarm sounds, so that it doesn't turn on and it's super bright and it's super annoying. It makes you want to just bap the alarm clock back. And the alarm clock sound will also slowly increase in volume, and as you can guess, the way you stop the alarm clock is by hitting it, because the device has a touch-sensitive area that lets you stop the alarm. There is a USB port on the clock so that you could plug your phone in to charge it. On top of just being a clock, there's also a weather tab on the Lenovo Smart Clock, and you can also control your smart home using the Lenovo Smart Clock. You can also listen to music on this device. Mashable said that there's no YouTube or video content, and there's no a webcam on the smart clock, but then again, you could just do it on a tablet. And kind of keeping on with the whole idea of the smart home is the idea of privacy, so that's another reason why Lenovo didn't want to put any sort of camera on the device, which is alright with me. The Lenovo Smart Clock will cost $79 and come out this spring. And before I get into my thoughts on the Lenovo Smart Clock, there's actually another solution that Lenovo came out with, and that is the Lenovo Smart Tab. It's basically two versions of this tablet, and they both come with this sort of smart dock. And the idea is the actual tablets themselves are kind of your run-of-the-mill Android tablets, but they come with this speaker dock, and when you plug the tablet into the dock, it goes into this Amazon Alexa interface. It sort of becomes a more typical smart display. And that I also think is really smart, because it's got a big screen and you can plug it into this beefy speaker, but it's also a full-fledged Android tablet, so you can undock it and use it as, an Android tablet and use Android apps and watch YouTube videos and work on Google Docs while you're on the go. So that's also really promising to me. The specs on this tablet are kind of iffy. Like, they're basically entry to mid-level. You got a Snapdragon 450 processor. It runs Android Oreo, and I'll have all these specs listed out in a video so that I don't go on and on all about them. The main difference between the two tablets is that the M10 is kind of the more entry-level model. It has a soft touch back and has a 2-megapixel camera on the front and a 5-megapixel camera on the back, while the P10 is the higher end design with a dual glass design, has up to 64 gigabytes of storage, a larger battery, more speakers, and a 5-megapixel front-facing camera and an 8-megapixel rear one. Both tablets have a 10-inch 1920 by 1200 LCD IPS display, and the M10 will cost $199 and the P10 will cost $299, and both models will come with the speaker dock. So I know that there has been prior models. So going back to the Lenovo Smart Clock, I know that there have been prior models from other companies where they tried to make smaller and more affordable smart home products and make them more dedicated. Like Amazon came out with their Echo Spot, but that's more pricey, $130, and offers videos with streaming services. I think for me, I would prefer something that's either a lot more dedicated to the smart home, especially, because the reason I'm kind of like, I don't really get the whole smart home market. You could just do everything on an iPhone or an iPad. The thing about it is, especially with the cost, the display, and even some of the features, I guess for me, a big problem with these smart displays is that they kind of go out of the way to proving that they're not just there to be your smart clock or your smart speaker, and then it just goes into territories that I'm like, hey, I'd rather just do that on my phone and tablet. It's something that I can always carry with me. But in the case of the Lenovo Smart Clock, because it's smaller, more affordable, and it is something that I could see plugging into a wall, again, the nice thing about this is that unlike most tablets or most smartphones, it's got room for a big enough speaker. It justifies its $80 cost. And in the case of the Lenovo Smart Tab, both models, the nice thing about them, although the specs are kind of middling on them, the cool thing is that it's a fully fledged Android tablet, but you can also dock it so that it becomes its own sort of Amazon Alexa smart display. I would say that Lenovo has come the closest, in my opinion, to offering really compelling smart displays, because you got one, the Lenovo Smart Clock, that's really more dedicated to being a clock with a couple extra features, but the price is good and it has a couple features that make it a compelling purchase. And in the case of the Lenovo Smart Tab, it's a fully fledged Android tablet. Runs Android Oreo, yes, but the fact is it's got all the tablet features you can expect, and you can dock it to use it as a smart display. So you're getting basically two products in one for a really good price, I might add. So yeah, I would say that Lenovo sounds like they've hit a home run with these products. Well, 3 if you're counting the 2 versions of the tablet and the smart clock. So yeah, good job Lenovo. So this has been Blood Moon Bobby. Please subscribe to me to see more of my CES videos. And you can also leave ideas for CES videos down in the comments. And thank you guys for watching. Hey guys, be sure to like this Blood Moon Bobby video if you enjoyed it. Please share this video, subscribe to my channel, and leave a comment. Be sure to ring the notification bell to be notified about my latest upload. Follow me on my social media pages at Blood Moon Bobby to find out about what I'll be covering next and for more of my opinions. Thanks for watching.